You are live. Please do not swear.
I don't actually.
I don't swear. Move my cursor down there. That's it. Yawning. I don't know how I can bloody yawn. I tell you. I'll be up all night tonight, me. Bloody ridiculous. Oh dear.
A bit of curry stuck in me too.
Nice. That might be a bit spicy.
I think it's very
For you. A little bit of clove. It's a clove, dear. It's a clove. Hey, beautiful lady. How are you? I hope you're well, Joyce. I hope everybody's safe and well while the winds are blustering out there. Just seem to have calmed down a little bit. Hey, Yo-Yo. Hey, Heather, my beauts. How are you? Marie, my beautiful lady. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm having a little bit of a hot flush now, and I don't know why. I've only had 2 all day. 3.
It's warm in here.
It is a little bit warm in here. And John won't open the window anymore. Good evening, Judith, my love. Oh, glad you're all well. Has everybody fared well during the stormies that we've had this weekend? It's been a little bit blustery out there for us, hasn't it? I mean, it was bad even today here. And obviously, we all know certain places have been flooded. And I'm sure it's not just in Sheffield. I just hope all the shops and businesses and people caught out are all safe and well. And there hasn't been. You've lost your kite.
Hey, Jules.
Evening, Buttes. How's you doing? Where's our Gary? Where is he? Yes, where is he? Is he downstairs, upstairs? Is he talking to the parrot? Evening, Marie. How are you, my lovely lady? I can't see anyone's comments. What on Facebook, Yo-Yo? Log in, log out. Just check you don't need an update doing and see. Because everybody's commenting, Butte. So try logging in and logging out. Hey, Antoinette, my love. How are you? I hope you're well. Just having a little bit of a flush. Not done bad, though. I think this is only my second flush today, flush of the day. So the toilet tablets are working. Oi, Donna, my lovely, how are you? I hope all is well. So what's everybody been up to this weekend? I hope, hey, Lisa, my lovely. I hope those in Gaz, evening, my love. Not talking to parrot this evening or getting pecked by the parrot, as we should say. This cardigan's sort of like come so far forward.
I'm getting henpecked.
You're getting henpecked, love. You never get henpecked. You tell Porky Pies. I hate them strings. Why do they put them on? Really struggling with my back in absolute agony. Bless you, my lovely. Sending you healing. Shalina, my lovely lady, I hope you're well.
Been fighting with bins.
Just got out of the bath, so I'm upstairs, but I was laughing in the bath as I heard him fighting with the bins as it's been day in the morning. John was fighting last night. Oh my goodness. No, I know being pegged tonight then, guys. Feet up then. Get your feet up. I forgot what we're going to say. Oh, kids gone to bed? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought kids were still downstairs. No. So now I've got to keep my voice down. And that's a little bit difficult for me at times.
It'll last about 30 seconds.
It will, and then my voice will just raise again.
First time somebody makes you laugh.
Oh, dear. So we're live tonight because tomorrow night John's going to the fuzzball in the I know. John's going to the football. Looks like you've got a piece of hair coming off your head, but actually it's on that pendulum thing stand over there, you see. Behind your head, you see it. Looks like you've just got something sticking straight out. So he's going to the football tomorrow. So we've decided to do Chit Chat Tuesday on Chit Chat Monday instead.
A man bun tomorrow.
A man bun? You have to ask Joe to put you on in. I don't know how to do a man bun. So that's why. Hence the live tonight. Hey up, guys, it's supporters only.
Is it supporters only? No, not today. Well, it is after.
It is after. The reason we've had to do it, it's normally supporters only on a Monday, Mick. It's members Monday, as we call it. Yeah, just to confuse you. It is members Monday, so I have been live in members earlier on, and we've been doing. And John's going to go live after this live in members. But over at members, we've been doing the fairies, and you know what? It's a spirit. It's the awakening the mysteries of the old ways and restoring balance and harmony in the life by connecting with the magical world of the nature spirits. Oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you now, on a spiritual level, it makes you look at spirituality in a different light, and yeah, very, very interesting. We're also, Yo-Yo is going to be doing some reading tomorrow. So even though we're not live, the fairy book was fab. It was, weren't it, Yo-Yo? It were. Absolutely love it. When we're only on chapter 4, so we've got, I think there's 10 or 12 chapters in that book. I'm not sure. Thank you for sharing, my lovelies. Yo-Yo is going to be reading again for us tomorrow night. So she's going to be continuing with the stories of Yorkshire. And so the Yorkshire book that Yo-Yo's reading, I've seen a few comments coming in. So I normally put it in comments on the live as it comes in. But the book Yo-Yo is actually reading for us is actually based on history, isn't it? It's real historical places. It's not a Desmond. About 11ish for a nighttime reading session. That's it, Yo-Yo. Claire's also going to be coming on and joining us for a nighttime reading session also. We're getting Claire sorted out. You've got zigzags. Why zigzags? Zigzags. Do you know, I fell asleep at, I think it was about 8:30. I come off live on members, and
4 o'clock.
I think it were about 4.
No, that you went to bed.
I went to bed about 4ish, and oh my God, I didn't wake up while 7:30. Well, that's my nights. That's my nighttime sleep done, so I'll be awake all night. Went to my evening, Karen, my lovely. Went to my friend's to feed cats for her and got a tingling feeling that made me feel uneasy. Never felt that before at hers. How did animals react, Karen? Could it be? I mean, I know we've had the storms coming in, and I know the animals can pick up on storms, on the energy coming in. They can feel the energy change in the system before we can. So I wonder, with the storms brewing in like they have been doing, I wonder whether the energy's there. Maybe the animals' energy coming sensing. You don't know, do you? It's very strange. I did feel like I got a migraine coming on, Antoinette. It felt like I've been having it for like 3 or 4 days now, but it didn't come. But I did get that ache behind. But it's gone now and I'm fine. Doing York tomorrow. York is nuts with its history. Wow. So tomorrow night, for those that are going to be watching, Yo-Yo's going to be doing on the history of York and the ghosties of York. So that's going to be an interesting one. Evening, Leo. Evening, Wild Bill. Hope you're well, my lovelies. So that's going to be a good thing to be reading. But yeah, Karen, you'll have to let us know if your friend, if they notice it, or next time you go to feed cats, you'll have to let us know how you get on and see if you pick up anything else. I mean, you don't know. I mean, with storms, you don't know if it's bringing, obviously with storms and amount of water that's been blustering about and floods and everything. Obviously, they said that spirits do travel on water, don't they? So it could have brought energies.
Jules, you should go to church. Lindsay and Yo-Yo are going tomorrow.
What time will you be live tomorrow, Yo-Yo, please? As I don't think I'm going to church tomorrow evening unless anyone says they've seen Daryl Turner and he's very good. Jules, we're going to, I don't know who's on tomorrow night, Daryl to be Turner. Honest. Oh, is it Daryl? Well, we're going to be there, Jules, so come across and have a cup of tea with us. Hey, JM, how are you doing, my lovely? I think he'll be around about 11ish. Yo-Yo's just put in chat, so he'll be around about 11 o'clock.
I've got one sorted, your Wi-Fi. I want to redo it because it's not 100%
perfect. What were we going to say? That's going to be happening tomorrow. I am going to be live. I don't know whether it's going to be in the morning. I don't know if we've got anything on tomorrow. I should have gone to see a lovely lady
Oh no,
today.
it might not be Daryl Turner then. No, it's other one, Jules. It's not Claycross.
It's not Claycross 1 week or 2. It's the other one.
And Baden Powell.
Evening, War Dog. How are you doing, my lovely? Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to the 5th. Tuesday is Marilyn Parkin, the artist.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it, yo. Greetings from Atlanta, Georgia.
Jules,
says
tomorrow at this where Lindsay and Yo-Yo are going. It's a medium and encaustic artist.
What's encaustic mean? Is that like drawing?
It's not really drawing, but I think it's like.
Oh yeah, because she said those that have a reading,
they get a card.
They'll get a card as well. So so it sounds very, very interesting tomorrow, that one. So I think it's £5 on the door, if I'm not mistaken. And then if you want a cup of tea afterwards, it's 60p. Hey, Wolfer. Oh, that's good, Jamie. I can't wait. Really looking forward to it.
Trying to look like you, Wild Bill. That's what it is.
I can't wait for investigations.
Encaustic painting, also known as hot wax painting, involves using a heated encaustic medium to which coloured pigments have been added for creating artworks.
Wow.
Molten medium is applied to a surface, usually prepared wood, though canvas and other materials are sometimes used. Now
that does sound interesting, Jules. Are you going to be joining us? I think it starts at 7. Am I mistaken? You have to get there for about.
No, I thought it was 7.
Half 7 it starts. I don't know. Hey, in and out. We fighting with the TV. What's going on with TV? Scotty, what's going on with TV?
I'll tell you something. We'll not be fighting out TV Saturday.
But you'll be watching it up here anyway. The boys will be downstairs watching their cartoons, and John will be sat up here watching it in his office. I look like Uncle Fester right now. I've shaved everything.
Too much information. We don't need to know you've shaved everything.
Somebody is going to be lucky tonight. Those that get a reading tomorrow night are going to be extremely lucky. I do hope that we're one of them. It's going to be. It starts 7:30 tomorrow.
I'm just going to look now.
But because of who it is and what they're doing, I'm not sure how busy it's going to get. I think we're going to get there for around about the 7 o'clock mark, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, because what's happening is we're dropping Yo-Yo and Lindsay off, me and Rob, and then we're going at football and then picking them up after.
Yeah. So price on door, I think it's £5, Jules. I think it's £5 to go and see that one. I should have been to see Patricia yesterday, and yesterday we should have gone to see Patricia, but I let her know at morning that I couldn't make it yesterday. And John said to me this morning it was very blustery outside, and then I went live, and then it totally left my head to message the lovely Patricia. So I'm hoping she's going to be available tomorrow. I know she's at work now, but I'm hoping she's going to be in tomorrow dinner time.
£5 non-members and £4 for members.
Membership is only £12.50 for year, isn't it? £12 for year. We joint members, and just as good. So hopefully I'll be calling to see Patricia tomorrow. So wish it was nearer. Would love to come. I know, Anthony, it's such a shame on how distant everybody is. And unfortunately, I'll not be able to film. I don't think they'd allow me to film it. I don't think I could go in with a camera and film it and do a live so everybody could see. I will ask them. But I don't think the answer would be yes, obviously, because it's personal.
No, I don't think you'd be allowed to, because they give messages to people about.
They are, it's more of a private thing, isn't it? But it would be fab if a few of you could join us there. Be an interesting night, I don't think. So me and John were discussing.
We might have to see if we can get hold of a medium and see how much they charge us to use it for one night, and
have somebody on.
Yeah, and invite everybody who wants to.
Well, come. They are. I mean, they are looking to. They need They need money because they need a new roof, and they've actually bought the building, so it's got a mortgage on it. So it's not like they get any help.
It's not normal, is it, that the church needs a new roof?
No, it's not normal. But maybe you could film something one night, be a pre-arranged discussion with someone. Maybe you could see if Sue will let me interview her, or Brian. Have Sue and Brian. a long time ago. I went to see I don't like Psychic Sally. Unfortunately, when they have their earpieces in, whether they're on stage or not, if they've got earpieces into me, they shouldn't have anything on their body at all. So they can only have clothes on. But yeah, me and John were having this funny discussion about ghosts the other day.
See naked medium.
No, me and John were having a discussion about ghosts the other day, and I think it's quite interesting on what John pointed out. So I don't know how you worded it. So if I say it to you, you might be able to word it better to them. Now, when we were driving in car, and we were on about seeing people.
No, what we're saying is nobody knows whether they can see spirit, ghost, whatever, or if they look exactly the same as what everybody else does. You know, if you see it and you don't know. So essentially, if we're driving down road in car and I see somebody walking down road, who's to say that's not a spirit and Lindsay can't see it? Because every time you go past somebody, you don't say, can you see them walking down the road? Can you see her with dog? Can you see that old lady there? You never say that.
And how many times does somebody say to you when you're outside of them, oh, did you just see that lady? Did you see that lady there? And you turn around and you look and you say, no. And you think you've gone too far past on road. So what's everybody, evening John P, what's everybody's perception on ghosts? And do you think that we do see more of them than what our eyes, than what we actually think? Exactly what I thought. So how does everybody think about that? What's everybody's thoughts on that? Let's get a couple of thoughts going on, because I just find that so interesting. Because again, we don't know, we only get told what a ghost looks like by hearing people's stories and what they've seen. Some people say they've got the white blankets over them and they come in the shape of like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you see on Scooby-Doo. But what happens if ghosts are exactly like us and we see them daily passing? It's just, yeah. She kept talking about some woman. I felt so bad. Oh, bless. But yeah, so what's your thoughts on what John's just said on with the with that? I'm knocked bandy by John's suggestion. Wow, maybe we see them frequently, but don't know exactly. I mean, other day we were coming down in car, and I said to John, oh, look at that. John said to me, oh, look at that bloke. He's starting cold. It looked just like he looked right weird, didn't it? Because he got his hood up, but he's got like a suitcase in front of him. I think he was on his way back up. He stood at bus stop.
Got in trouble earlier as well.
And yeah, would love to see one, but but how do you know, Antoinette? Like John's just said, how do you know you haven't seen one walking down the road, but it looked exactly like you did, you know, but on that different frequency? Because how many times do you walk around the corner and look back and think you've seen somebody, but you haven't? Or how many times do you have an experience where it's, do you know what I mean?
You got in trouble earlier as well.
Why?
Didn't I? Because Lindsay asked me to go to the shop.
Yeah, I believe that, Jules.
Lindsay asked me to go to the shop to pick 6 cans of Sprite up. And I got back and I realised I'd picked 7 up.
Do you know? Nutcase. A rubbish joke. I think we do have guardian angels watching over us, Jules. I think we do. I know. I have experience of seeing someone who has passed away many years. I saw him as clear as I see you. Exactly, Monday. So if that's an experience that you've had, what's saying that we all don't have that daily when we're out and about? I did. I saw a man looking into a shop window, but no one was there, just a reflection. Wow, that would have been interesting. Evening, Diane. Evening, Amy. That would have been an interesting one to just see the reflection, but then you turn around and there's nobody there. But again, how did you see him when you saw that reflection? Did it just look like a person, just like you, standing and looking through the same window? Evening, Penny. I've always believed solid spirits walk amongst us. Do you know, I never really thought about it, John. It was only when John said it he said it a couple of times when we're driving, you know, like when you're listening but you're not listening. But then the other day when he said it, and it was like, wow, that's just finally lit the light bulb. So yeah, will be ghosts right now. How do we know if we are really alive? Do you know, War Dog? On how do we know we're not seen as the ghost? There is that theory, isn't there? Soon, so my dad, after he passed in the front room, was only his head and shoulders though, and really odd. Wow, that must have been amazing, guys. I mean, obviously, I don't know how you would have responded when you saw your dad, but I hope that was enough for you to let you know that it was at peace and that it was just popping in just to say I'm still here, kind of thing. Again, we might not be able to see them, but they do let us know that they're here. No, what is yo-yo? My brother saw my cousin more like a brother, driving in a car the opposite way not long after my cousin had passed while my brother was working. How many other people, Jules, experienced that? How many people have literally experienced that all around world, that after somebody's passed, they've actually seen him doing activities, or they've seen him, and it's like that quick glance into it. It's absolutely, I just find it fascinating. Oh, bless you. Are you putting them in like a nice area in the home, Amy, or are they going in the garden or in a plant pot somewhere? I shat myself. Do you know?
What are you going to do with my ashes?
Bait and tip, love. No, I'm joking.
No, I should leave you.
Do you know? I suppose, guys, you would, because one, you're not expecting, and you know, that expression, I shut myself, to be honest, I think that's the expression everybody who wouldn't be expecting to see a ghost or to see the energies, let's not call them ghosts, see the energy of someone. To see that's got to, you would. I mean, even though when we go out on investigation, in your mind, you're thinking you're not going to see the energies. You might interact with them and you might sense them there, but to actually see them is, yeah. And I think sometimes that's why we don't see them, right? Because it happens that quick that you guys see that before we do. But yeah, it's strange. He's right next to his cousin in a lovely box with a poor impression and fur clippings. Oh, bless you, Amy. Sending you loads of healing sweets. But yeah, so, do you know, I honestly think if I was, I mean, how do I know John's not a ghost? But how do you know when you sat on bus, when you get on public transport and you sit next to somebody, how many times have you sat next to somebody?
Do I want a brew? Yes, please. It's got shouting. It's got shouting, yeah.
Get kettle on, guys. Get kettle on.
Or is she just into him?
How many times have you sat on the bus and you've sat next to somebody and you've spoke to them, but they've not acknowledged you back? Could that have been? And how do you know everybody else on that? Like John says, how do you know everybody else saw that person on that bus? I'm like saying to John every time we're going in the car now, you know, when I see someone, I'm saying, can you see that person? Can you see that person? Can you see that? Because it's like...
John isn't a ghost yet. You've not killed him yet, Lindsay.
No, I know, Scotty. I know. Shed's gone though now. I've got nowhere to put him, have I? Nowhere to get him under. I'm going to have to get Shed back out and, yeah.
Oh, are you? Are you going to get Shed out? That's
no,
right.
I can't.
I'll get you a screwdriver.
I saw one just as I was about to fall asleep. I spoke to it. My partner thought I was drunk. I wasn't scared. The next day he reminded me, only then did I shiver. Really, yo-yo. Was that when you was in the pub, or was that when you was in the house? But yeah, ain't it strange? All these how people would perceive a ghost. I mean, like we were talking, it's same as colours. We all know what yellow is, but how do I know that my yellow is the same as John's yellow? But we know it's a yellow. But I could be looking at pink for me, and that might be a yellow colour. You know.
Yeah, what I see as pink, Lindsay might see that as yellow. I don't know. We both know that the colour's called yellow, but I don't know if it looks the same to Lindsay as it does me.
I find it all fascinating, and again, it's things that we're never really gonna. You're never really gonna get to the bottom of, are you? But yes, so has anybody had any experiences lately with the paranormal? Have you been anywhere, done anything? It was in a friend's house when I described the lady. My friend said I've described the previous owner. Wow, yo, that's interesting. But you know, when you're just about when you're in the land of sleep, they do say that that's when that's when they said that the energies can come to you, because you're in that. It's the state of mind, isn't it? You're sort of like that relaxed. That's why meditation's supposed to be good. Well, not supposed to be good, is good. Guys, was about.
What about?
What about that? What we saw in Mum's house? Ooh, come on then. What did you see, Jules? Jules and guys, I shit myself then too. I can't wait to show you my fancy new toys when I come to the event. Oh, I can't wait, Jamie. Can't wait, my lovely. Your yellow isn't the same as my yellow. I'm colourblind. But how do you know you're colourblind, Scott?
We could all be colourblind.
We could be the ones that are colourblind. Do you know? So you told you're colourblind, but how do you know that you? Again, it's them silly niggles, isn't it? That how do you know? I mean, I won Scotland. I agree. I was so relaxed, as you say. I was between sleep and awake. Exactly, and that's the time when, if the energies are going to come around you, they will come.
Most of the day like that.
Our eyes don't see colour. When Jodie and I get together and charge our energies, it's surprising what we are able to tune into. Ooh, interesting, Mandy. Can you elaborate a little bit more, Mandy, on that one? On what do you mean when you say your eyes don't see colour when you're and charging our energies? It's surprising. What do you do to get in tune with each other? Or is it just something that you see? I see more colours than most. See, Amy, again, that you've got that side of it as well. You could see more colours than most. But how do you see more colours than most? Do you know? This is the thing. It's how do we know? We get told these things, but how do we know that that's not the colours that we're seeing, but just different in a different, that colour is a different colour to how we perceive. Bulb, Scotty, the wall behind them is pink, mate. What behind us? I wouldn't say that's a pink. To me, that's like a two-toned
it's actually white.
Yellow. Yeah.
White.
To me, I'll tell you what that looks like. On the one side that way, it looks like Smoker's Paradise Room, and on this side this way, it looks like a nice cream. That makes sense. Weird. I see my blue in the sky and my green as the grass. Imagine if you see a green sky and a blue grass.
No, yeah, but we still think of it as a blue sky.
But we still, yeah. But we still
how
see
you see green. Do you know? That's what I'm saying. What you know as blue, that could be. No, you can't see it. That red, that's what I could see blue as. But I know it's blue because I've always been told it's
because
blue.
You've always been told it's a certain thing. We both were stood in my mum's kitchen and I saw a black wispy figure stand up out of a chair and disappear. I think it was a woman. My mum's house was definitely haunted, but not scary. So you were peaceful then. You were a peaceful energy that was there. Wow. Again, I think I would go with Gaz and say I would have shit myself, even though I'm into paranormal, even though there are things that I want to see. In that moment, I think my arsehole would have been in my mouth. Is that how you say it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Marie, thank you, my lovely for stars. We don't get to see the stars on when we come on StreamYards. For some reason, it only shows the YouTube ones. It never shows us Facebook. So thank you to everybody that is sending stars. There is a test with bars of different colours in gradient. You count how many different shades you can see, and the numbers lets you know the percentage you are in. So, but again, wouldn't that fall into the? Would that still say that we could all see the same but in different colours?
No, people see some people's eyes see more shades.
Yeah.
Than other people's.
Yeah.
So you count how many.
So there is tests then that you could do to do it.
Yeah, to see how many shades you can see, but not see what
colours they are.
You'd never be able to tell, would you?
Get you. That's what she meant, John. It could be upside down. Or it was scary as that house. Dear. I would have liked to have gone in. Thank you for sharing, lovelies. It's a connection between eyes and our brain that helps us see colour. I've always had the conversation with friends saying which is the true blue or yellow or such. Very interesting, Monday. Very interesting. I'm going to have a look and see if we can find
just a few of the true
any if we can find any information on this and maybe discuss it, go into a little more depth one night and discuss how we all perceive things and what we do. Give over. My mum's house weren't scary. Our Andy and Lou's house was crazy. I put that down to messing with the board. Messing with the Ouija board. Again, it's people personal choices, but
Hey, Charles.
Evening, Charles, and in love to everybody across the water with you. There can be 60 distant shades, but you may only see distinct shades that you may only see 20. Very interesting. There are many more colours than we can see here. And you know, I believe that. I do believe that you and Amy are definitely onto something, and yeah, I do think that there's more than what we do actually see. But again, I wonder whether you can expand your brain somehow into opening up a little bit more. I wonder whether there's pockets in the brain.
I couldn't shrink mine much more.
But I wonder if there's like pockets in the brain that you can try and, like, I don't know, reignite in a way, send electricity to that pot to like open it up, and to see how far or what you could see if you open a certain side of the brain. I don't know. But it's interesting that we see that many shades. I only see 50 shades of grey. Anyway, I was waiting for somebody to say that. The 50 Shades of Grey. Never read it. Started reading it, but I think it's a load of poop. But yeah, so I just think it's so interesting on again, it's a paranormal thing because it can't be explained, isn't it? It's unexplainable. I wonder if artists have more expanded brains. They may be more, like Amy, they may be more open to the different shades when it comes down to the colouring, to their artwork and stuff. I do think artists do see objects and things in a different light to what we all can see it, you know. Obviously you can tell that with some of the work and how they perceive. I think it's so beautiful. I agree, Lindsay. I'd never messed with the board, only been on it once at Sutton Hall, and that's because I was pressured into it. Never be pressured.
Gaz saw 50 Shades of Brown when it really goes.
Don't make me laugh, Gaz. Bloody hell. Evening, Claire, my lovely. Late to the party. You're late to the party. Go on, Claire, what's your thought on this? I'll let John explain it because I can't explain it.
I have no idea what we're on about.
No, just go back to colours and that. Ghost things and seeing them in cars and stuff. I want to get Claire's opinion of it.
I don't know. I can't remember how I started in there. When you're driving a car and there's two of you and you see somebody walking down the road, you don't say to the other person, can you see that person? So how do we know that we don't see ghosts as normal people? You know, because when you're driving in a car and you see somebody, how do you know it's not a ghost? It's not a spirit, it's not an energy. Just showing as a full body apparition, a solid apparition.
If you can't get it clear, we'll talk about it some more when we're on phone. But Amy's put, that's an interesting one. I believe spirit exists in the ultraviolet spectrum, not infrared. What makes you think that, Amy? What's your thought waves behind that one? Talking of Sutton Hall, guys, you and your mate saw that white figure in the church at the side of Sutton Hall. Sutton Hall, the one that the gateway to houses that you can only get down, or is that Scarsdale?
Scarsdale, but
so is that the same one? Is that Sutton Scarsdale, Jules? Sometimes when I close my eyes, I could see different colours, like rainbow effects.
There's a Sutton Hall in Macclesfield.
Right. I shot myself then too, and everyone was there. Same one. Yeah, it's same one, Sutton Hall. Yeah, brilliant. Because again, for Sutton Hall, or Sutton Scarsdale, as people would know as it, to actually get to that, in the daytime it's open, but it's like on a private road, and there's like a big double barrel bolted gate at the top. So after a certain time,
that's
I thought that was Sutton Scarsdale.
I don't know. I thought that were Rochabbe. Thought Sutton Scarsdale. They were gate just outside at car park that we locked.
No, it's the road up to. Oh, do you know? I could be wrong then. No, I thought it was Sutton Scarsdale as well. I thought the gate closed on that because to get into it, I'm sure you have to go up Field Way. That's okay, yo. But I'm sure at Sutton Scarsdale one that there's a row of houses and then there's a gate, and it's that gate that gets locked off at night. And I think it's too far a walk round for me to get into at night time to have a walk round. But again, there's some interesting sights and interesting things being seen at Sutton Scarsdale. I'd love to go in at night time, but I just don't think it's possible to get. Well, I don't think it's accessible for me to get in. I have to re-listen to the question after the live. My bloody phone rang. What timing, Claire? What timing? In fact, guys, I'm going to start calling you the Ghost Whisperer with how many you've seen. So, guys, then you're quite open to the energies then and seeing the energies. There is a gate at the top and bottom. I thought there were, guys. I thought there was. Because I know you need, when they lock it, you've got to be out, haven't you? Because it's key coded or they've got a fob system going on. Amy's put, because we have very limited range with our human eyes, our visual light spectrum is, I'm going to put it on the screen just in case I get it wrong. So Amy had put in prior in chat that she believed that spirit exists in ultraviolet spectrum, not infrared. So this is, I asked Amy just to elaborate a little bit more. So please comment and let us know your thoughts on what Amy's saying, because I have very limited range with we have very limited range with our human eyes. The visual light spectrum is tiny on the electromagnetic spectrum. So animals see a bit deeper into the ultraviolet, i.e. cats and dogs. But you know, we once got told cats and dogs can't see colour. I'm telling you, some dogs can see colour. Some animals can. I believe animals can see colour. I don't believe that animals just see in black and white. I think that's a load of rubbish. There is a top at bottom. We have been at night, but years ago. You can't just walk in through that gate though, can you? I'm sure that you have to go around through fields. I'm not sure. We've never really looked into it just because of where the gate is. Night Joyce, my lovely. No, it's not Joyce that's going, it's Antoinette. Night Antoinette, my sweets. But you feel a bit better soon. Gaz's grandma used to work. Oh, I bet you've got some stories to tell then, Gaz, or your grandma had got some stories to tell. Jules JNL need to interview him, the Ghost Whisperer. Yeah, Gaz, you're gonna have to come on and tell us all about the sights and sounds that you've seen and experiences you've had. We were always there with our Andy. They do not see IR. A long-standing theory states that dogs and cats can see spirits. I believe dogs and cats can see different energies. I do believe they see things on a different frequency, but I still think that they can see in colour. I just think for me, that's just me. That's an interesting theory, Amy, and would make sense, like you said, with the animals. After the event, I'm going to be the first to April's Victoria's and Belpic's known for its former shop. Very interesting, War Dog. We used to drive through the gate at night years ago. I'm sure it's locked up now, guys. Do you know, I might be wrong though. It might just look like it gets shut. Might have a drive out one night and have a look and see if you can. I thought it were on a fob now. I thought there'd been a fob put in place. I do too, Lindsay. My friend trained her dog to pick up the treats off the red square or the blue square. She always picked the right colour to pick the treat off. That's what I mean, Yolanda. I do think I think there's more to animals. I think there's more to humans than what people think. Will do. Not seen that much lately. A human. But yeah, guys, when you fancy coming on, let us know and come on and let us know everything, what experiences you've had. It'd be really interesting. They do see in colour. It is mutated, but they do see colour. Cheers, Amy, my lovely. If dogs and cats are able to see spirit, since dogs, cats see UV that we don't, it would make sense, 100%. But we do know that they do sense them. They do sense the energies. But then again, you hear the same thing on children as well. They'll say that children's energy, because they're so pure and innocent, they can see things that adults can't see because they're not closed off like the adults. I know I'm referring that to like cats and dogs kind of thing, and maybe I'm a bit wrong there, but yeah, that's another one interesting theory when it comes to seeing ghosts. What was the other place we used to go a lot at night? Ruffed Abbey. I don't know whether we've been to Ruffed Abbey, have we?
I think we went once.
Did we go once to Ruffed Abbey? Might have to go back there.
We've never investigated it. We went, we called there one night after we'd been somewhere else. We drove past, we drove into Gate. Remember, there's that bit you turn around because Gates are shut, but there's that bit that goes down the side.
There is, yeah. Why didn't we investigate it though?
Because it was about midnight when we got there.
Oh,
we'd been somewhere else previously.
Right. Yeah, so we may have to go
actually,
and do
it's when we did
Ruffed.
Sherwood Forest. I think we went on his way back from Sherwood
Oh,
Forest.
we did, didn't we? We stopped, yeah, but there's another parking space that you can go to just outside, and it's an open car park where you can actually park. Yeah, I think Ruffed Abbey is one that we're going to have to. Do you know what we might have to do for Ruffed Abbey? Again, Sherwood Forest. We'll have to arrange to meet up with some of you lot and do like a ghost investigation together. You know, we a few people coming and meeting us. We could say like about, well, I mean, it'd be open to anybody joining us, but we could like try and put I don't know, would you put a number on it or would you just do it open for anybody?
Hi, Gillian.
But yeah, evening, Gillian. But we could like maybe look at meeting up at a place like that one, or what's the other one? Gaz has just said another one, Newstead Abbey. We could look at meeting up at these places and actually going on and doing like a massive ghost hunt between us, a massive investigation. And because it's an outdoor location, you've only got to bring your tea and coffee and a couple of sandwiches. When a blind person senses this, right? And again, I think it's that everything's got energy, and I think as people lose the sight, if they're born with loss of sight, it's a natural energy that they feel. Whereas I think if you lose your sight a little bit later in life, you've got to gauge that energy, because if you close your eyes and you start putting your hand towards something, if you can try and sense that energy, it is working with energies though, isn't it? Try and work with that energy and you'll feel the energy coming back off everything. Everything's got an energy to it. So yeah, Newstead Abbey is another one. I think it's a cynical adult world that cuts the child's brain from seeing. We are told, sorry Doug, I need to go back up. Oops, it's that side.
What you doing?
I don't know. I'm losing. I've always said that things that children versus adults is because we grow up and we have everyone around us shutting us down. I stop being daft. Goats aren't real, so we shut it down. Exactly, 100% agree. Newstead Abbey. I think it is a cynical adult world that cut the children's brain from seeing. We are told it's just imagination and not to be silly. But yet, when we're covering in the what we're doing in members at the minute, when we're covering that, it's telling you that your imagination is part of the magical world, and it's your imagination that can take you into the different realms and the different dimensions out there, which I find really interesting as well. The human eye development facts. Children's eyes have not fully developed and see further into the ultraviolet spectrum than adults do. Another reason my theory makes sense. It's a very good theory, Amy. Gillian, what are you doing? Chit Chat on a Monday, and why have I only just come across you while scrolling? I do not know, Gillian, why you've just come across this. Maybe unsubscribe and not subscribe, maybe unfollow us and then follow us again, and you might start getting notifications Try doing that. I know it works for some to do that, to actually stop following and then stop and then rejoin. And again, make sure that Facebook, I think it started last year, started unfollowing groups or people. So where you think you might be subscribed to a page, and that you're going to get notifications, actually when you click on, you'll have been unsubscribed. Facebook were doing that a lot to a lot of people last year. Which one is it where you can walk behind the wall? Oh, Jules, that'd be lovely. I'd love to go and walk, but I don't know. Would I be able to get there though? That's the thing, Jules.
You would not want to go. It'd be like having a shower.
I'd like to go in summer. Yes, I'm on that. Jem, I'm not sure what you put before. I do apologise, my lovely.
One year on about meeting up.
Oh, yeah, she's on for that one. Brilliant, JM. I think it'd be a brilliant idea to meet up with everybody and do like go and do a massive investigation. Obviously, we would have to be careful with contamination, and everybody that turned up would have to be respectful in the ways of how we work, even if they do work slightly different or do want to do the darker side. Then obviously you'd have to go off and do your own thing, just because we just don't work that way, and it's just that respect level that we've got coming in. And I'd have to learn to shut up and give everybody else a voice, otherwise I'd just take over. Newstead Abbott. We see colours differently. Do you remember that golden white dress phenomenon that circled the internet? To me, it was black and blue. I do. I can remember that. And there were so many different colours coming out in that. I know.
You're getting right behind.
I am. Hang on. Our son has an old lady who sat on the bottom of bed every night. He started to tell us about her when he was 3 because we heard him talk in his room. I could never see her, but I believed him fully. He stopped talking to her at the age of 8. I 100% believe in Monday. I 100% believe what you're saying, and I 100% believe your son when he said, "Hey, Paul, my lovely, man, it's fab when adults allow children their freedom." Definitely is. New says better than Ruffed. Ooh, look into that. Will Big Red be okay for that one though? When my mum and dad and son told me that it was gold and white, literally, I thought they were pulling my leg. On Facebook, they also sometimes set it to notifications for highlights as opposed to all posts. They do, Scotty. And that's where you need to keep checking your settings when we say check your settings. I'm not doing that. I might not find you again. Don't be silly, because you'd still be on the same page. You just press unfollow, but the page still stays up, and you can't not find us, Jill. And it's exploring the afterlife.eta, isn't it? Hey, Paul, I'm glad you popped on. I was going to send you a message. I don't know whether you're free next Tuesday, round about 8:30, if I set it all up. If you'd like to come on for us, where you'll be on. Obviously I'll have to set StreamYards up our end, and I'll be sort of like in background-ish. But if you'll be all right to come on next Tuesday for us. I know you said that you might have got some lovely people wanting to join you. So if you're free, but I'll message you, Paul, because if not, don't worry, and I can sort something out. Don't worry, it might look like I'm free. Oh, brilliant, Paul, thank you. So next Tuesday, the lovely Paul is going to be coming on, and I've got a feeling he'll be bringing a couple of friends with him. He might not. He might just come on and just do his own kind of style of chit chat. So again, Paul's absolutely brilliant to listen to.
Tuesday, the 1st of March.
Next week. Yeah. Tuesday, 1st of March, Paul's going to be doing Chit Chat Tuesday for us. Thank you so much, Paul, and much love to you. So hello everyone over on YouTube, says Yo-Yo. That'll be interesting. I'll see if Paul wants to post a topic that he's going to be talking about, or whether we're just going to call it Chit Chat Tuesday and go with the flow like we do. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Thank you, Paul, so much. So getting back onto things. So the ghostly world. So how many people do think they've actually seen a ghost? I know we've heard from Kaz, and I know we've Kaz. I know we've heard from Gaz.
Kaz.
Please, I called him Kaz. He'll beat me when we see him. Before lockdown, we were with the National Trust. I think it was only a tenner for us all month, and they have some beautiful places. Do you know, we're not with National, we're with English Heritage, and I'm cancelling it and going with the National Trust, because I think the National Trust is more what we need, more what we need to be looking into rather than English Heritage, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're both good, but I mean, we've been paying it for 2 years and we've not been because of bloody lockdown, but we've still paid it. Charles, Tuesday, it will be around about 8:30, I think, normal time. Unless Paul needs to do it a little bit early, but I will let you know, Charles. I'll message you if I have to, and let you know if any times have changed. Amy's seen several. Yes, I have 100%. That's for Paul putting thing. Don't think I've ever seen one, says Scotty. I'm Kaz at the weekends. Just let the door open. I can't shut the door. I need to shut. Gillian, bless you, but going live at around 11. If you're still awake, yeah, she will be live tomorrow around about 11, Gillian. I've seen my granddad plus a dog that I had. Wow, Karen. Karen, was it lovely? Asked Yolanda. Oh, Scotty Boo. I started to use YouTube for notifications, Gillian, but then I know when they are live on Facebook. That's a good one, Monday. I think that a lot of people, not a lot, I think if you do that, if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you do actually get a proper notification, I think, but then sometimes that can go down as well. So, yeah, me neither, Scotty. Tonight or tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow night, Gillian, around about 11 o'clock. Yo-Yo's going to be doing ghost stories based on Yorkshire again. So they are real and true stories that she's telling. We were on about doing it the other way and going to the English Heritage. Well, only place I can think of around here, English Bolsover Castle. Yeah. I agree. I think there's more of the other than the English Heritage. So we're definitely going to be cancelling the English Heritage one and switching to the other one. My dad's seen one in my house, but I was asleep at the time and had no clue anything has happened. Does he ever talk more in depth about it, Scotty? Does he ever talk more in depth? Do any of you that have actually seen something that you can't explain, do you ever talk openly about it with other people, or do you just wait and choose the places where you know it's safe to talk about it, or don't you really care what people think and talk about it anyway? It was I was unsure the first time, but when I saw it again, I knew for definite. I never saw my dog again, only saw Grandad once. Wow. So again, Karen, it's just like their energies are coming in. Just you might have been asking questions at time, not knowing you, but your mind might have been asking for validation, and for them to come. For me, it's a comfort. Yeah, there's lots of free English heritage places to visit. There is, Paul. There's more English heritage. I know with other one, there's more payment. And I know with some of them with National Trust, you go and it's like it'll still cost you like £1 or something to get in. But I don't mind doing that because I think you can see what's happening, and so that we'll change that this weekend, and then we can start looking at going to some National Trust places, because there's all up in that country there's brilliant. We did a few times, but we don't talk much about it because of who it was that he saw a very long. No worries, Scotty, that's fine, my love. But yeah, I think it's good if you can talk about it and talk to people that have an understanding. Karen, how precious, what a memory to hold, definitely. What about Jack at Waterloo Street? Is this another energy that you guys, are you quite open then to the spiritual energies? Do you do you have that kind of connection with them where I know you say you shit yourself, but obviously their energies must feel comfortable coming around you in that way. Lots of English heritage down south. See, we're too far up here, aren't we, Jules, than down south? That's the problem. It's too far down south to go. Claire, I seriously believe that we get made docile at junior school age. The thing that we get taught and are fed into our bodies, like fluoride, which is poisonous and yet put into toothpaste and drinking water, I believe our third eye closes. Do you know, that's quite an interesting one. That's quite interesting, that, Claire, about things that we do put into his bodies. And does that have an effect on closing the mind down? It's so interesting, isn't it, on how and when, at what age your mind closes down. And for those, and I will say lucky ones that manage to grow up as a free spirit, I think.
Oh, thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. Thanks for here's your cup of tea. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Did it without even moving. But I wonder what age we are then, because I know it can differ for a lot of people. But I'm just glad that there is children out there and families out there that allow the free spirit in the child to stay that way, that innocence kind of thought bubble, if that makes sense. That was funny. I was on my own. I wouldn't have looked if it wasn't for the dog growling. Really, Jules? Wow. I've said before, I get smells mainly, but my daughter sees them a lot. Yeah. But even to get the smells, you're still using a sense. So your senses haven't shut down to that, you know. So I think it's brilliant how we don't all experience the same. I think we'd be boring if we experience the same. So I love it when we've got different experiences coming in, and that we've all got them. Again, how we perceive things, it's just good. Was. I seem to also, but I hopefully crap myself if I say, oh, Jules has seen more than me. And you know, one night, Jules and Gaz, both you two are going to have to come on, because I do think, obviously in chat you can only put so much in paragraphs. And then you seem to be writing 100 paragraphs, where I think it might be easier one night if you two both want to join us and come on and talk about some experiences. Obviously we can chit chat about other stuff, but talk about the experiences you've seen and see if it can connect with anybody in chat, and they can feel more openly talking about their experience as well. 24 now. Your daughter's 24 now. Is that what we said? Because I said about ages. I don't know. I'm lost, Karen. I'm so sorry. Give over, man. I've not seen half of what you've seen. 2 and 3 was because I was with you. So Jules, so would you say, Jules, that Gary was more open when you first met him to the elemental energies, the energies in general? Don't forget the elemental energies are the earth, fire, water element, spirit and stuff. So 24, that's very encouraging, Karen. And yes, I have done, or I feel cold. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love it when we have these kind of experiences. What do you experience most? You know, when energies come into your energy field, like when you're out on investigation and you're out on your own, and say you do. Are you aware of the energies around you? How do you feel when they come into your energy?
I just get a feeling, don't I?
I'm only saying, I'm just asking you a question.
It's just like, I just seem to know. It's not, I don't see them.
Yeah.
Like I said, Claire cognizant and Claire sentient, so I feel them. And
do you find going out on more investigations, whether you've gone out with me or others, or you've gone out on your own, do you find the more you've gone out, you've opened up more to the energies?
This is one reason I'm doing these workshops and courses to do it, because at the minute I'm having problems controlling it. So it's not like I can control when it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I go out and I'll feel something as soon as I go out, and I'll sense things and I'll just know things, and then other nights we're getting stuff, bears going off,
and
stuff's going
nothing
through spirit box and apps, and I'm getting nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
But I think this is why tuning yourself in is really important. And again, evening, Rebecca, my lovely. And again, just make sure anybody working on a spirit level, with no matter what you're working with, make sure you're always grounded and protected. It's so important. I saw Naffle till I met you. I blame her. Other my pants incidents, but you know what, your energies work well together, let's say that then. You two work well with each other, and obviously your energies are energies that on a spiritual level, the spiritual energies feel a strong connection to you both, so that's amazing. Gas sees more and seems to be more open. I seem to feel more, yeah. But it's good that, because then but again, you bounce off each other then, don't you, Jules? It's that connection between you both, again, on a spiritual level. Another reason I believe they are in the UV spectrum, this is Amy, is because we are all made from cosmic energy. Once we die, our body energy goes through a half-life, degrade back through UV, X-ray, gamma. I'll put that up on screen just in case I've not read that, so people can understand it. But this is where Amy's talking about the UV spectrum and the seeing of ghosts in that light rather than infrared. Exploring the afterlife each year. Hello. I think it's Yo-Yo, that one. And Claire, she feels the energy and senses their emotions. Yeah, we've been out on quite a few investigations with Claire, and all of a sudden she will come over, whether it's a tearful one, or again, it can make her a little bit more bouncier than what she normally is. So she's definitely got that connection going on an emotional level, which again is beautiful to see. I remember once. Can you remember when we first went to that hotel? What name of hotel? It's in Sheffield. We've been twice now. Mosborough, and we were in bedroom, and that lady come through, and Claire connected, but it like really took, and Claire got tears coming down, and she really did have a really strong connection, and the energy was also responding to the questions. Hey, Patricia, my lovely, the energies were responding to Claire's questions.
The fact that I told her that you were sharing a room with her, and that's why she started crying.
Yeah, she did. Joyce, when my son was 5, I was walking him to school, and he stopped and told me that he used to have land and a house on some wasted land that we passed. He went into full detail about it. Do you know how, again, it's another phenomenon that phenomenon. It's another phenomenon that is being more talked about now. We've got, and again, I think it's down to the social media aspect, the fact that we've got connections. We can get in touch with people living in America, other side of the world, in like split seconds now. And I do find that interesting, because there's so many kids that are coming back and that being born, and they're having nightmares, and they're screaming all the time. And when they get to an age where they can talk and they start describing what they've got, and it's like they've brought a little bit, when their energy's been reincarnated or whatever you believe it to be, it's like they've brought a little bit of that past through to them. So I wonder whether that means that they would have been more empathic in life to bring that energy through with them. Who knows? Go on.
Oh, yes, I know.
I thought you were going to say something. That's why I looked.
No, I'm going to make a funny comment, but I don't want to.
I'm going to call him a name then, but I can't.
I was going to say, I think Jules and Gaz talk more while they're in chat here than they do in house.
A bit like us then.
Yeah.
Do you sound like that dog then? What do you call it that laughed?
He went and dog at Basil Brush.
No, that's the laugh.
Spit the dog.
No, not Spit the dog. There was that other dog on telly, and it used to go Muttley. I sounded like Muttley then when I'm laughing and I'm trying to hide the laugh. He often talks about it. Wow, so he still does remember it. That's an interesting one. Has he ever looked it up, Joyce, and looked at who owned the land previous, or gone back in time to see what the land was and where what he can remember, and see if he can actually connect it to somebody in the past? That'd be an interesting. You're not even Patricia. You're not always scared, guys. That place in Skeggy, the village farm, I hated that place with a passion, and you walk round it every night on your own and it didn't bother you. See, you've got more balls than you're telling us, guys. He's 32 now, but still remembers some of it. We looked into it and there was land there. I wonder whether you could find out who owned it and if there's still, I mean, it might be a bit too far to remember now, but I wonder whether you could like try and pinpoint a person and see if you can connect a person to it that who we would have connected to, not necessarily would have been.
A bit like me and Lindsay, that, Jules.
Well, we usually watch our own things at night. We have very different tastes. Oh yeah, me and John are exactly the same. I communicate with him by texting him, and he doesn't look at his phone. And then about an hour, 3 hours later, I'll say to him, "Did you get the message I sent you?" And he'll go, "What message?" I haven't looked at my phone, and I'll be downstairs and he'll be up here. But I don't shout. I've even phoned him.
She'll be watching Celebrity or
I've even phoned him.
Or something like that.
I haven't watched them for a long time.
No,
but yeah, before I did. Now I seem to be just watching more of YouTube and different things. I love the village farm. May have to go there one day if you're up for it. We do.
It's not the...
However, I do believe that we have a choice to be reborn by recycling.
I don't see him, Charles.
Reincarnation. Yeah.
I don't see him. I can feel him. I can feel they're there, and I just know. Things just pop into my head that I know about them.
There was that investigation when you said that man and woman, didn't you? And then we found photos.
I think they're aware. After. I think they're aware that I know they're there.
Patricia.
Just big things that I get through.
Yeah. I'm going upstairs. Children on the documentary. Yes. And again, what Amy's just said, Amy believes that that we do have a choice to either be reborn by recycling our energy, reincarnation. I believe we all come back in. Whether we have a choice or not, I'm not too sure on that one. Maybe we have a choice of what we come back as. But I do believe that his energy has to go somewhere. But then again, maybe the energies that we communicate to on a spiritual level are the energies of people that don't want to come back. Do you know and they're the energies that we're still
village farm. I don't know if it's the village in Manchester is on about.
No, it's Skeggy.
I want to say because
I just had a stinging sensation there, and you know when you think, "Oh my God, I hope I'm not getting a big spot coming outside of my nose."
Might be a beard growing.
It's not my beard growing. I put some beard oil on my face the other day just to see how smooth it made my face, and John said that I'm gonna have a beard growing now. So I don't use the beard oil in case it enhances the hair, the facial hair. We got a name, but he said no. That's the farmer that came late. Wow. So the history you might not be able to, like we were saying the other night, Joyce, you can only go so far back in history before there's not enough there to go with. Spirits, I believe, are those who are hanging on to their precious life and haven't made the choice to recycle their energy or degrade back into the universe. I love it how we all have different beliefs, but it's more or less similar, if that makes sense. I find residual energy is fascinating. I think that the person's energy gets caught in the Earth's magnetic field, like an echo reflects back with sound waves. I think magnetism plays a large part. I could be wrong. It's just my theory. But how brilliant is the theories that you've got and the thoughts that you've got? Because again, if we all thought the same way and all had the same ideas of what heaven is going to be like, or what afterlife is going to be like, or what the spiritual realm is going to be like when we pass, or what the fairy world's going to be like when we pass into that, we all have our own different beliefs, and there is no right and wrong. We can't prove any of it, but I always said, if it brings you closure and it brings you, you get peace from it, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, does it? But I think, I think it's just fascinating. I can't be bothered shout out. Karen, I can never be bothered shouting up. But he just didn't answer his message, and then I do end up shouting, and he'll say to me, "What are you screaming like a banshee for?" Do you think people can have soul contracts that carry over to many different incarnations? Do you know? I don't know. I don't think anybody. I think if somebody thinks they've got a soul contract, I do believe that that can be broken by, again, with the intent, depending on what the soul contract is. But I want to look more into soul contracts. I think that might be a good topic one night to actually look into, where we can see if we can find people that have maybe come back and said that they've had a soul contact.
No,
a soul contract
is
or
what
something.
you make before you come into this life.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder whether there's people out there that can remember making that soul contract.
I'll tell you
You
something.
know, it's what I'm saying.
Once I get back to the spirit world, I'm suing somebody because I will missold this one.
Well, yeah. Missold your PPI in your body.
No, this life. I missold this life on a contract. I signed something.
But
I didn't
yeah,
realise what I was signing
soul
for.
contact. Oh, they could do. I mean, I don't know whether we do have a soul contract or not. I don't know if I believe. I don't know whether my mindset believes that. But it's but it's so interesting. And like you said, there's got to be people out there. Because they can vividly remember past lives. Surely there's got to be somewhere in the internet where people can talk about the soul contracts that they actually did feel that they connected with before they come through to this plane. So yeah, try beard oil on my bald head. Absolutely crap. Well, that's good. Then I've got no to worry about. Exactly what residual energy is.
Jules finds argan oil better for a beard.
Kid, it doesn't mean anything. You are.
Jules finds argan oil better for her beard.
Jules. I do. I don't care about me when I'm dead, but dead. If there's nothing after this life, but I have to believe in an afterlife for my loved ones who pass on. It helps with the grieving, knowing I will see them again. Do you know, I think that's how a lot of people may feel, that it's meeting up with the loved ones that have gone.
I'm making a mental note to read small print when I get back. Because I'm telling you, I'm sure I'll
not coming to me.
I didn't say that. You're putting words into my mouth now.
He's not coming back to me. He's going to find somebody else.
I'm going to go and sue whoever sold me this contract.
But I get what I do, and do get where you're coming from, I think what I think I was watching something again. It's through the internet and it's watching different things, and they were talking about energies and when we lose loved ones and everything else, and the energy connection that we've got, because we are all linked. So I'm linked to my mum and dad, and my nana and their mum and dad, and everybody else through an energy link. It's like even when we pass, our energies recognize each other straight off. When they said that people come to us, the energy will form the shape of the person that we know, so we recognize them. But when we cross over, it's just the feel of the energy. But how many times have you been maybe sat down somewhere or driving somewhere, and all of a sudden you just get that energy feel that your dad's around you, or your auntie's around you, or again, like the smell of a perfume or something coming in. It's more an energy sense of feeling than it is of a mind seeing.
My spirit guide's going to go into hiding when I die because I'm going to knock him out.
My other half believes that certain magicians have made a deal with the devil, 100%. Whether it's the devil, but they've definitely made a deal with somebody to perform. In fact, I think if you read, there's certain magicians that have sort of like opened up slightly, or family members.
The other thing, Amy, is I agree with what Amy's putting away. Honestly, I feel that heaven is a mistranslation as a place. I think it was supposed to be heavens, meaning the universe. Why do you think they point up? Also, the other one is it's the mothership.
Yeah.
That's why you point up, because we're all aliens.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my tinfoil out in a minute.
Yeah. I've got to go back up now. Quite often I get goosebumps feelings. I'm forever saying someone's just walked over my grave. Exactly. That's somebody definitely coming into your energy field, that I believe.
I don't want Lindsay as my mum in my next life. My God.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Paul's put.
You might come back from the next life, Lindsay. It might be the mum and the son. I think that'd be amazing, don't you, Paul? God, I could boss him around and all sorts.
You boss me around now. Treat me like a child.
I don't. You're just talking shite, man. You're talking shite. I believe that too, and that's why sometimes you can meet a stranger and instantly feel a connection, definitely, because it's that energy connection. Have you ever been stood again, like they say, you're stood in a room and you might look across and you feel connected to somebody, a total stranger, across other side of the room? And I'm not talking about the googly goggle eyes where you think you live at first sight and all that. But that does come into it, because again, it's that energy field. And it's like you've reconnected with an energy of sorts. But I like, you could be sat in a cafe, or walking around a supermarket, and you'll automatically keep seeing this same person's energy, this same person coming up on the same aisle, but for some reason you feel drawn to say something, or you feel like there's an energy connection. You know, it's so weird.
I think I was a pig in a previous life.
Do you? Yeah. Why?
Because I get all googly eyed when I look at a bacon sandwich.
But if you were a pig in a previous life, or googly eyed as in crying, you wouldn't get that sensation, would you? You'd be a veggie. I pluck mine. Honestly, I feel that heaven is a mistranslation. I believe, heavens. I think that there's different layers. There's onion layers, Amy. It's like peeling an onion is the universe. I've been to a family funeral and really felt their energy there looking at us all. Exactly, Jules. It's just, and I think that's what we connect with. It's the energy.
It's the energy. It's the energy of the bacon, not actually the bacon. It's the pig it came from. It's the energy from that.
Does that make you a cannibal, John? When that happens, does the other person also feel the connection? I think they do, Patricia. I think they do feel that energy. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll be talking to somebody and they'll say, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever. Lana first come on with Paul. I mean, Paul, there's a connection for me and John with Paul. From the minute that we met Paul, there were in that instant connection. Nanny Lynn, another one. Yolanda, another one. Lana, I've never met Lana in person. Lana, if I call your name wrong, I apologise. But me and Lana have got a connection that just connects us on a level to where we're quite comfortable in the things that we can say to each other. We don't even know each other from Adam, but that connection in the energy is I can't explain that connection.
Have you got any mates?
Oh,
Adam.
Who's Adam?
I don't know, because nobody knows him from Adam. So Adam obviously doesn't know anybody.
But yeah, so I do believe that when the other people, the other energies we're connected with, I do believe that the other energies, other people's, and kind of feel our energy and feel that connection. I also think that those that have done us wrong in not in past lives, but maybe the energies that we're not supposed to be drawn to. There's definitely a sparkle there, but I think we know we're not supposed to go down them energies. And again, that's listening to the gut feeling, isn't it? I thought John was going to say he loves truffles. Yes, well, weird. I've fallen in love with Nikki, a stranger at a spiritualist centre. Very odd. Nikki? Which one's Nikki, yo? Great question, Patricia, it was. You're welcome, Paul. There will be thunder and lightning if I'm reunited with some folk that have passed that I really don't ever want to be reunited with. But again, Mandy, I think it's one of them. Because your energies in life didn't connect, your energies won't connect in death either. Because that energy's already been dealt with, if you know what I mean. So if anybody's come into your life and caused harm or grievances or whatever that energy's caused, if it's caused negativity, your energy is already aware of that energy, of that person's energy. So when this goes and the energy's just left, we won't meet with them people anyway, because that energy's already been that there's already been that cut within the energy, if that makes sense. Yeah. That's my belief anyway.
Adam's got no mates, right?
Yeah. Who's put this?
No, right. Oh. Everybody fires at will, so you don't want to be Will.
Why? What's fire at will? Oh yeah, fire at will.
So when I come back, I'm going to be Riley.
Why?
So we're living life for Riley.
Claire's, but I feel sorry for Will. Everyone fires at Will. And the lightweights. Oh, bless Paul. The other side is everything you believe. I do believe that, Charles. And again, it's that peacefulness that comes across with it. It's strange how things happen, like thinking of past loved ones, and then a song comes on TV and radio that you connect with them. And again, for me, I don't know whether you feel the same on that one, though. But when songs come on, I'm like, oh my god, that were Bee Gees, and my dad used to listen to Bee Gees, or it could be an ABBA song. My mum's still alive, and it might be a song that I remember as a child that we used to listen to with my mum. And again, that's the way that the energies are put in that memory there for me to not forget the living, because we tend to focus so much on those that aren't here. We forget about those that are living. So I think sometimes them songs and things happen to remind us of what we've actually got on a living plane, and not to miss out on that. At the risk of sounding like I'm a misery, I'm also at the opposite. I can see somebody doing and feeling repulsion, yet you've done nothing wrong. They've done nothing. Just how your energy is, yo-yo, do you know? You can't, I don't think you can change that energy field. I think you can work on it, but I don't think, it's just, I think some people, it's just a personality. It's just that personality, isn't it? I don't know. It's just the energy that you've got with you, I suppose. It's strange how things happen. Oh, I've just read that one. I enjoyed truffles too, Amy, both the chocolate ones and the ones pigs snuffle for. I've had a chocolate truffle. I don't think I've ever had another truffle. Nikki, dark curly hair. Oh, Nikki, yes, sorry, yeah, definitely connection with Nikki for you. She's such a lovely lady, very bubbly as well. Billy No Mates too. Who's Billy No Mates? Bob's everyone's uncle and Fanny's everyone's. And I know, where do we come up with these? Everyone needs an uncle called Bob. I agree, Lindsay. Yes, my attraction to you and John was instant, and I wasn't proven wrong.
I think everyone needs an Uncle Buck.
An Uncle Buck? Why an Uncle Buck?
Seen the film with John Candy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think energy is definitely something that we can talk more about on future lives. I do think it's like, what draws you to people that are on internet? It's their energy that you get drawn to. Because if somebody's a negative energy, you might watch for so long, or you might put them on and think, God, can't watch this, it's doing my nutting. And then you might put something else on that's completely out of your something that you wouldn't really watch, but yet you're drawn to watching it. You know, it's like that again. It's weird on how much the energy affects the choices and the life things that we do. Put your teeth. I know, Amy, they keep coming out. Look. It's because I speak too bloody fast. So do you want to finish off with anything, my lovely?
No, I think you've covered everything.
Do you think I've covered everything that we need to? I can't help but I don't do silences. So I do apologise for those people that do come on and think, oh my God, she's OTT for me, she's too much. I do apologise. And for those that think that I speak over John and that poor John don't get a word in edge, it's not the case. Don't you sit there nodding, because it's not the case. John is a very quiet person and listens more than talks, but then when he's got something to say, he will shut me up and jump in. It's not that I'm talking over him or anything, even though he makes out that I do. He's joking. I've actually got something. I've got a clip to his leg, so when he's allowed to speak, I release it, so then he can speak. No,
I'm going to film it one day. You know, before we come on live, she tells me just not to speak. Every time, don't you say a word. Just keep quiet in the background.
I do not. I never watch out. Jules does, but love this. Oh, bless. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, you're the perfect double act. If people knew you, they'd know. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Poor John being spoke over. Scotty, don't you start siding with him. Don't you dare start siding with him. We've got to meet up, mate.
Rose before hose.
Is that the littlest violin in the world, Amy? Please tell me it is the littlest violin in the world for John. John takes everything. Not really. He can't get a word in edgeways.
True, fair enough.
But I'll tell you what. I will. Good. Glad Chit Chat Tuesday was Monday this week, so I could watch. We may change it to a Monday night instead of a Tuesday night. We shall see how it goes. But yeah, I'll keep quiet like John. Yes, you will, Scotty. You won't say a word.
Not allowed.
Oh dear, you make me out to be some kind of dragon lady, and I'm not. But yeah, it's I just think it's amazing. But yeah, John is a very he's not a talkative person. He's in person, obviously, and when he comes on, but I just can't do the silences where you just sit and I'm just sitting. I've got to the talking.
You can't cheer up.
I can sometimes.
I'm not complaining. It's just.
Are you complaining?
No. Would I ever?
It's the wrong place to complain online.
Well,
we don't bring personal.
No, but I can complain online. You don't hit me when we're online.
Just hit your twat.
No, but not hard. I mean, like in face and things like that.
Do you know you are a naughty one? You.
Telling you. I think you grow a beard. It's to cover bruises.
I will be having words when we get offline. But yes, so John got away with that nod. Right.
You know, when I first started growing this beard,
yeah,
I didn't quite like it.
Yeah.
When I first started it. It's growing on me now.
Dickhead. If Rob went to live with John, can you imagine how quiet it would be compared to me and Lindsay?
But it won't be.
Definitely.
It won't be quiet because we were, it would, because I'd be in one room and Robbie be in another. We'd both be on PlayStation. We'd just be talking on headset.
Do you know, naughty. Everyone thinks Gaz is quiet until they get to know him. John's like that. Everybody thinks John's quite quiet. But then, even when they meet him, they will still comment and say he's still really quiet. But he's just a quiet nature. It's a good job, really, because I hate these sticky things. It's a good job. He is a quiet energy, because otherwise we wouldn't be together. As energies wouldn't mix.
You wouldn't believe we're both Leos, would you?
Chalk and cheese. Eat chalk and cheese together. It's lovely. I can talk a glass eye to sleep. I could sell snow to Eskimos.
I'd have to be chalk.
Yeah. Why would you be chalk? Why would I be cheese?
You smell like
cheese. I don't smell like cheese. My feet smell like salt and vinegar crisp. So they don't smell like
dry
cheese.
Sense of humour. Chalk's dry, isn't it?
Yeah, you have got a very dry, warped sense of humour. He's got a sense of humour that I don't get. He's got a very dry sense of humour. Sometimes I get it, but other times I can just sit and I think I don't get him, and I'll not laugh. And then the yin and the yang, Mandy. Gaz is Capricorn and I'm Pisces. I'm not one really that believes in star signs not mixing. Because again, to me, it's just an energy thing. What?
That thing behind me.
What thing behind
you? Because I keep thinking I've got my bits of hair stuck out the side of my head. And it's not, but it's that.
I think it's fabulous.
Could be an earring. Can't do it. But.
Try and put, no, I could, a bit more. If your ear were a bit higher. Looks like that thing at that side's an earring though, look. That you can just see next to all your gloves and stuff. Do you know? Right, we are going to call it a night, and I just want to thank you. Oh, I've just busted another fan. It's a good job he's ordered me another one. These paper fans, guys, don't buy them. I fixed it.
Why do you think I don't?
I think it needs gluing in again. You might have to pull it all out, try and glue it, and put it back in. I just want to thank you to everybody coming on and joining. I hope you've all had a good night. Johnny's going to be live over in Members very shortly. I'm a Leo, that lovely placid lion, until you hear my roar. I'm a Leo too. But again, we get on really well. Leos and Leos aren't supposed to get on, but we do. So, Right, would you like to say your good night before I go and chain you up and gag you and let you pee in a bucket of water?
I'm not having that snooker ball in my mouth again tonight. That's not happening.
No, but I can put you back in your cupboard and yeah,
I'm in my cupboard.
and I can give you your bucket and
You can leave
your
me
bucket,
cupboard.
your bucket to pee in. So yeah, but yeah, thanks everybody.
Can I have a bucket to pee in?
Do you want a bucket to pee in for?
So I'm gonna get out of bed. I can just like aim it out of
You
bed.
dirty dog. Toilet's about 2 seconds away. Yeah. Good night, Paul. I will be in touch, my lovely, and see you all on members very shortly for whatever John is going to talk about. Love to you all. Blessed be, and have a good night,
guys. Thank you.
Care.
Take care. Bye.
Love you loads. Bye. I did a nan and kiss then.